Three things from the NFL on this Monday. On the injury front, Matt LaFleur said that Aaron Rodgers will start Sunday against the Chicago Bears if his rib injury allows it. Rodgers said as much after they lost to Philly Sunday night. Rodgers left that game in the third quarter. He underwent additional tests on Monday. Packers head coach vague on the results, which I guess I get. He doesn't know us anything, really. As for the Jets, Robert Saleh, taking New York's quarterback situation a week-to-week, reiterated Monday he still hopes to play demoted starter Zach Wilson even after Mike White's impressive performance in Sunday's 31-10 win over the Chicago Bears. Man, the way that team reacted to that, I don't know how you go backwards. Melvin Gordon, released by the Broncos last week, signed to the practice squad of the Kansas City Chiefs Monday. He told ESPN's Jeremy Fowler. He's a two-time Pro Bowler, spent the last 2.5 years with Denver after playing the first 5 years of his career with the Chargers. Can you imagine? You go from the situation in Denver to the Super Bowl favorites. The Chiefs have leapfrogged the Bills, who have scuffled a bit of late, meaning Buffalo, although they did beat the Chiefs. Kansas City, the Super Bowl favorites at Caesars Sportsbook. Kansas City followed by Buffalo, then a group which includes 3 NFC teams, including the Eagles, Niners, and Cowboys. Ryan Clark back with us. Of those 5 teams that Vegas likes the most to win the Super Bowl, who's the team that you like the most at the moment?
San Francisco 49ers.
Why?
One, I believe the San Francisco 49ers are the most aware team in football. They know exactly who they are. And on the other part of that is, they're the team best suited in the situation. The San Francisco 49ers are going to have to play the Philadelphia Eagles and the Dallas Cowboys, both teams that don't do a great job stopping the run. Both teams that want to... Uh-oh, the mic off?
You're good. Just keep talking.
Not good. I don't have a mic at all. There we go. Guys, this is what happens when you do late night TV and you work upstairs at one point. So you look at the San Francisco 49ers. The San Francisco 49ers are a team that know exactly who they are.
It's okay.
I can't do it. I can't go again. Are we going to stop?
No, keep going. We're just live.
Yeah, and so
hold on.
And so you think you play Philadelphia, you play Philadelphia, you play Dallas. Both teams that don't stop the run well, and both teams you have to be able to play the run with 4 up front, so you can be stout on the back end. They can do those things. Offensively, you have all of these skill players that now Kyle Shanahan is the puppeteer of, and understanding you get the football out of Jimmy Garoppolo's hand right now into playmakers. I just think that they're most suited to win football games late into January and into early February, and so I'm going to take the San Francisco 49ers over the Kansas City Chiefs in the Super Bowl, and they get their payback.
Okay. Wow. There's a look, I imagine, like when a defensive back thinks it's one coverage and then there's nobody back there. I imagine you look and go, what happened? There's a look that someone gets when they realize they don't have a microphone on.
But he kept telling me, like, where's your mic? And I was looking for it.
All right, quickly. We look at the next group of favorites: Miami, Minnesota, Tampa Bay, Baltimore, Cincinnati. You like who?
Miami.
Why?
I think when you look at Miami, the way that this offense is playing, they're absolutely out of their mind. The confidence and the connectivity that now Tua Tagovailoa has in Mike McDaniel, and the way that they work together is absolutely phenomenal. And you have a defense that's continuing to get better as they continue to put Bradley Chubb into positions where he can make plays up front. I love everything that they've done throughout this season, and we're going to find out a lot about this team offensively this weekend.
Because they play San Francisco. And I think San Francisco's defense, who hasn't given up a point in the last 4 second halves, is going to be stressed by that Miami offense in a way that they haven't been in the last month either. I think that's a fascinating football game.
Hey, guys, this is a quick thing about TV. Make sure you have your microphone.
The Buccaneers next week. I'll be like, I'm thrilled for Buccaneers.
You'd be happy for your guy. If I was coaching the Steelers next week, I'd be happy for this guy too, except for that would mean that Coach Tomlin ain't coaching him, so I don't want the stinking job.
No, I understand, but you get what I'm saying. It's just a strange thing that our former colleague is now in this situation. And when the end of this game plays out as it does, it opens up the conversation of how did the Colts manage that end game? How did you process it?
I don't think they managed it well. It seemed that Jeff understood what he wanted to do and how he wanted to utilize those timeouts late. But also, if you're Matt Ryan and you run the football, first of all, if you have an opportunity to get the first down as a veteran quarterback, you need to make sure that you get it. Right? You don't dive before the first down. And then understand the time and also how many timeouts you have available. I think what's most important in that situation is understanding about getting to the right play and giving yourself an opportunity to win. Listen, we're not trying to keep Kenny Pickett from getting the football. And for the last play to end in a Matt Ryan roll left, heave down the field, that is incompetence in the way that you run your 2-minute offense, and that goes on the head coach, the offensive play caller, and the quarterback.
That's what I'd say, and the quarterback for sure. I was baffled after that's a long run for any quarterback, and particularly a veteran quarterback. I would have thought that he would have called for the timeout there. Ryan we've been hosting a show. Apparently he's just spoken about it, and here's his comment on the end game.
Yeah, had the run, I guess, on second down. I thought I was maybe a little bit closer than where they spotted it, but I mean, that's neither here nor there. I mean, that's just how it goes with the new rules of when you go forward. So, I don't mind the call with going with some tempo, trying to get that first, and then probably bang a timeout after that first. We didn't get it, then have to take the timeout, and on the 4th down call, credit to them, they did a good job of jumping inside. We had some in-breaking routes, but it's disappointing. It really is, because I think the effort is good, but our execution just hasn't been good enough. I thought they did a good job in the first half of giving us situationally, a few different things from what we had seen, and credit to them. I mean, Mike's been in this league a long time. He's a hell of a coach, and awesome on the defensive side of the ball, and they did a good job.
We were waiting to see if there was more comments on the end game, but the situational football isn't as interesting as the game and the result.
Right.
The Colts had to come back after a lousy first half, which meant that Pittsburgh had to come back in the second half and win, which they did. And Kenny Pickett, a lot to talk about in terms of what he did in this game. I think we, not just as a network, in our industry, I think we do a lousy job. All we'll do from now until the draft is talk about all these quarterbacks in college.
Yes.
Then they'll get to the league, and it's like we forget about him, right?
Yeah.
Well, let's talk about what Pickett did. We talked about him coming out. Now he's starting. What did he show us on
Well,
Monday?
I think sometimes what happens is those quarterbacks that are picked are often picked on teams that aren't very good. And with those teams not being very good, we don't pay attention to them. But if you watch Kenny Pickett, initially at the beginning of the season, he was the guy who turned the football over late when plays needed to be made. Well, tonight he was perfect every time he needed to be, especially after that score of the Indianapolis Colts. Here's one of the earlier 3rd downs, and you're going to get a very simple route. What you're going to get on the bottom, you're going to get a low crosser, and we're going to have what we call a dagger up top, which usually comes from a flip formation, but now they're going to have number 2 off the ball, and he's going to run a clear route here, and we're going to get the dagger, which is a square in. Now, if you look at what they're going to get defensively, Gus Bradley is not a guy that normally brings pressure, but he's going to bring 6. He's going to bring the slot off the edge right here. He's going to come inside. We're going to cross face here. Backside, we're going to have a stunt like action as we go outside here. We're going to cross face, and we're going to drop out this backer. Now, as the play starts, let's watch what happens on the back end. Obviously, you're going to see that Kenny gets the pressure. On the back end now, they're going to be manned up as they pass off the crosser of Deontay Johnson right here. So now what you're expecting is you're going to get that clear out, and you're going to have a lot of open space in this area right here. In order for Kenny Pickett to see it, see what we talked about all during the combine was the fact that Kenny Pickett had very little mittens. When you have little mittens, it just means you wear small gloves. And wearing small gloves, you just got to have a little vision so you can put everything you need to into the throw. He's going to slide out right here. He's going to slide away, and when he slides away, he's going to go across body with a perfect throw that's low in the way for Pickens to be able to get down, catch the football. Now, I love this play because this play shows the patience that he's gotten since taking over the position. We're going to get Deontay Johnson on a clear out up the field. We're going to get a low crosser, and then Freiermuth is going to come here to the flat. Watch Kenny Pickett strike. When he stops here, he's looking down the field because he's going to see if he's going to be able to get this crosser to clear the backer, which is in the middle of the field here. Once he can't clear him, he's going to go to his next progression right here. Now he's looking upfield, hoping that maybe I got a shot where I can get it right in here to Deontay Johnson. Once that doesn't happen, he's going to drop back a couple more steps, and we're going to get right to Freiermuth. Watch him throw this football on time to the outside in the perfect position. These are the things that Kenny Pickett can now do that we weren't seeing early on. Watch the way that he reads this defense. We're going to work to the bottom, right? We're going to get Snell to the flat, and we're also going to Shell to the flat. Then we're also going to get Freiermuth up. He's going to expect to hit Freiermuth going inside on this one-on-one that he should have on this safety. Instead of getting that, watch when he comes out eyes go right there. His eyes go there, and he gains the backer. He knows now that they're playing cloud coverage because you can see what you're getting from Gilly on the bottom. He knows I have to work up top. As working up top, he's going to escape the pocket, continuing to keep his eyes down the field. He gets out of the pocket. Watch this throw. A freaking laser to the corner in the only place that it could possibly be. Those are 3 plays that when you normally think of rookie quarterbacks and rookie quarterbacks that are drafted 20th overall, you don't see those things in clutch moments. That was, I use this word often and I think people think it's stupid. That was quarterbacking, right?